Guys, welcome back here with us again. As you can see, it's actually picked up. The rain is a little bit heavier now, and literally a few seconds ago it was blowing into here a little bit, so I decided to borrow Jan's raincoat, so just in case we do talk for a while, it's not a problem getting wet. Not that I melt or anything, but since we're nice and cozy and we've got a warm cup of tea here, we might as well stay dry. Thank you for being back with us. Thank you for staying with us until now. A couple of questions came through. We'll get back to those just now. Just in the meantime, if you've maybe just joined us, it is raining this afternoon, so we're not going to have a proper drive, but at the same time, it's just a couple of minutes just to say hello and maybe see us again and just see what it looks like out here again, and we'll get back to the waterhole in a few minutes. Questions that came through, one was from Valerie Berry. Valerie was asking, or Valerie, you were asking, about the Djuma Pride, if they've been seen close to Nkoro. There's been some rumours of that. Jan spoke to some people that side, and it sounds like they were seen this morning. I can't validate that personally, but it does sound like 6 of the females were seen just north of their boundary, right in the boundary with them and Torchwood, which in a straight line that way for about 10 kilometers, 11 kilometers from here. So it seems they are moving around that side. Like I said, I didn't personally see it, so I'm not going to put my head in a block, but it does sound like it. It's quite far out of their territory. It's not the typical area they hang in. Typically, lately they've been up further north, which is that direction, if it means anything, towards Buffelshoek. And also that's where the cubs have been, right up north, basically because that's as far away as possible from those 5 big males that have been moving around in Mapofo. We'll keep our ears open if anything comes in. There are a couple of game drivers out there this afternoon looking for things with very wet people on the back, and if we get any more information on that, we'll pass it on maybe tomorrow morning on the drive. And then another thing, another question that came through just about what's happening at the moment is, even though we're not on drive, quite a few people are keen to just hear some of the questions that we're talking about. And Pat was asking, she's from the US, if we could record this from our side and put it onto the web, onto our blogs or onto our website, so people could see it easily from there. Unfortunately, that's not possible yet. It will be down the line. There's a lot of big plans down the line, and things like that will become possible. But for the moment, it's not possible for us to record this and put it onto our website directly from where we are based here. So hopefully someone has put this on YouTube, and you can see that with a lot of other little clips as well to be enjoyed. Those of you that can maybe remember some of the sightings last year, sorry, I thought of a few things at the same time now. The one thing that I was thinking about that I think really is cool, and we do talk about it every now and again, but is the fact that we can do this, even though we are sitting in a workshop and we've got a tin roof over it to keep us dry, and James is very happy because he doesn't have to do camera work in the rain and worry about things exploding on the car. It really is very, very cool. Up to a year ago, it wasn't possible. You couldn't just go on a website and come join people going on a live game drive, looking at wildlife as it happens, and enjoy that space with us. So we are being kept and held back by the rain at the moment. The fact that we can do this is very exciting, both for me, both for everyone involved with it from WildEarth, but also for you, for every person out there that is keen to see wildlife with us. So I was just thinking about that, and again, I think that's really something very, very special, is to have that sharing of wildlife. As for the things I was thinking about on YouTube, there's a lot of things on there, and for all of you that go through the effort and the time to put those things out there, to record them, thank you very much. It really does mean a lot to us, but also to all the people out there that can't join. Only a few mounts or a few people can actually get onto the drive with us live, and lots of you, as do we from camp sometimes, can appreciate some of the things afterwards again. Last year we had some magnificent sightings. I specifically remember it was on the 15th of December, right in the middle of the month. We had those amazing leopard, Karula, that female with the 2 cubs, with them playing in the tree, and some really intimate close-up looks at them, which I really enjoyed. So maybe go check those out if you didn't see them at the time or didn't hear about them on the 15th of December. And also on the 12th we had amazing elephant. Those are just 2 little things that stuck out in my head from last year. As for this year, there's going to be a lot of interesting things happening, lots of interesting things coming your way, and as always with the bush, lots of surprises. That's the one thing that can happen, and I can guarantee you that it will happen. I can't tell you what it's going to be, but before this year is over, we are going to see many, many more amazing things and see it all live. In the meantime, Jan, has any more questions come through yet?
Yes, actually there's. It's from Tony Barnett, and his question is, please can you tell me if there have ever been any crocodiles in the region, and if not, why not?
Okay, well, you could probably hear that. Tony, you're asking if there's ever been crocodiles in the region, and if not, why not? To call it in the region, yes. If students should start going further south, if we go 7-8 kilometers further south, which is too far for us at the moment in terms of both where we're allowed to drive, but also where we can share all of this live with you, you get to the Sand River, and there's crocodiles in that because there's permanent water. And also if you go a bit further out to some of the bigger dams, you get crocodiles. More specifically, just in this local area that we're in, up to a few years ago, there used to be a crocodile in Gari Waterhole, the waterhole that you look at in between drives and during drives, and there's wildlife. So there were actually crocodiles right here, but that specific crocodile, funny enough, I was guiding it at the time, so I'm guessing it was around 2003 or so. We actually saw him one night on the night drive, and he decided to just leave. The water was getting very low, and he walked further sort of southeast, I guess, towards Chitwa, into a bigger dam there. So there are some crocodiles around, but typically, obviously, crocodiles want big bodies of water, permanent rivers, really big dams, and that's where they flourish. So there's not that many of them around. Same as hippos. We do see hippos at the Buffelshoek Dam. There's that beautiful new tiny calf. I saw it the first time today. We went out there for a little bit for some photographs, and very excited to see that. Hopefully tomorrow or so on the drive we can have another look at that as well. So hippos, crocodiles, they are around, and if you go a little bit further south or a little bit further towards the east and you get to the bigger rivers, there's lots of them. But in the specific area where we are, not that many, just because of the bigger water bodies it's not present. But yeah, thanks for the question, Tony. And I think what we'll do, I quite enjoy answering questions. It's nice just to be talking, and like Graham and them sometimes say, sometimes I can just talk even if it's just for the sake of it. But it's nice to know that you guys are out there. It's nice to know that you're patient with the rain. And as always, maybe because I'm from the desert, the rain is a very special thing for me. I can never be unhappy about the rain, even if it means that we can't go on game drive. It's just such a magical thing. The bush itself is looking magnificent. It's so green, so healthy. And it also means that the wildlife going into our winter will be spectacular. So bear with the rain. Enjoy it for what it is. It really is literally magic. Without rain, without water, we wouldn't be around, never mind this game drive. So what we're going to do, if there's more questions coming through, unless Jan tells me there's another one maybe now, but otherwise in about half an hour or so, it's now almost 5:45, let's say about 6:15, we'll do another little chat. I'm going to have some more tea, and in about half an hour or so, if there's more questions, we'll talk about those, and then maybe say goodnight for the evening from the drive. But we'll see you in another half an hour. Thank you for listening to hopefully not too much blabbering and hopefully some interesting things. We'll see you in half an hour.